A very welcome to all my lovely dear viewers. This is Anshika and a very welcome to all of you to my channel Learn with Anshika Singh. So we are going to study tenses today. Before that, if you are new to my channel, do subscribe my channel on the bell icon, comment, like and share the video. Follow me on Instagram also. My Insta ID is Learn with Anshika Singh. And this is my profile picture. After the class, you can go and check it. So, this is the part 1 of tenses, and in this we are going to study about the simple tenses. Before that, you should know what do we call our tenses in simple language. We call it as time. So tenses are categorized into 3 forms, that are present, past and future. Present tense, past tense and future tense. That are simply classified or specified into simple tense, continuous tense, perfect tense or perfect continuous tense. So today we are going to study about simple tenses. So in this we will study about all of them: simple present, simple past and simple future. So let's take up first the simple present tense. So the structure for simple present tense is subject plus verb, which should be in its first form or the base form along with the object. Let's take up an example. My mother cooks delicious food. In this sentence, over here, my mother is the subject, cooks is the first form of the verb, and the rest of the sentence, that is, the delicious food, is the object. Now let's see some other examples also. They are: I play piano every day. She sings very well. Simple past tense. So the structure is subject plus verb, which should be in its second form or the past form, plus the object. For example, Raj ate 5 mangoes. So over here, Raj is the subject, ate is the second form or the past form of the verb, and do you know ate is the past form of which verb? Yes, correct, eat. And then the object, that is 5 mangoes. Some other examples are: I played piano yesterday. She sang very well. Now the simple future tense. The structure for simple future tense is subject along with the will or shall, which should be followed by the verb, which should be in its base form or the first form with the object. For example, Roma will bring the cake tomorrow. Roma over here is the subject, will is very important, and then bring, which is the first form of the verb, and then the cake tomorrow, that is the rest of the sentence, is the object. Some other examples are: she will dance in the party. We will leave for Dehradun tomorrow. Let's move on. So now we are going to study about the uses and examples and recap the structure of simple present tense and the other as past and future. So all this that I am showing you, you can note down in your rough copies. It will help you a lot. So the structure for simple present tense is subject, which should be with the verb, that should be in its base form or the root form, plus the object. The uses and examples of simple present tense. The first one is to describe facts. For example, the sun rises in the east. The earth revolves around the sun. In this one, the rises and the revolves verbs, both of them are in the base form, and both of them are describing a fact. A fact is something that cannot be changed, and it's going to stay the same. Now let's look up to the another use for regular and repeated action. Now this one, for regular and repeated action, this means the actions which are going on a repeated time period. Okay, for example, the train leaves at 10 a.m. I go to school by bus. For habits and general truth. In this one, habits for showing habitual things and for showing general truths, our simple present tense is used. For example, I wake up at 5 a.m. every day. It's a habitual thing. Trees shed their leaves in winter. It's a general truth. Now our simple past tense. The structure is subject plus verb, which should be in its past form or second form, plus the object. Some uses and example of simple past tense are to describe a completed activity. This means that an activity that started in the past and also got completed in the past. For example, she left school last year. I studied French in school. To show the duration in the past. For example, she chatted for 3 hours. Over here, the girl, she chatted for 3 hours. In this sentence, it's showing that in the past, she chatted for 3 hours. It's showing the duration also and it's in the past tense also. How? We can say because the verb is in the past form. The chatted. Chatted is the past form of the verb chat. I learned dancing for 2 years. Simple future tense. So in this our structure is subject plus will or shall, which should be followed by verb that should be in its base form or the first form plus our object. The main use of simple future tense is, so one use that I'm going to tell you is that something that will happen in the future and yet to take place. It's a main use and we all would be knowing. Okay, that only I've written to describe actions that will take place in future that are yet to happen. I will send her a letter tomorrow. We will celebrate his birthday on Sunday. Now let's move on to the structure of sentences. So in this we are having three categories that are affirmative sentences, negative sentences and then interrogative sentences. Now let's begin with the affirmative sentences. So they are the positive sentences and they are mainly used to express something or to declare something. So in simple present the structure is subject, that is I have written S. So S in downwards you can see S is subject, V is verb plus object. So over here subject plus verb which should be in its first form and then the object. For example, she likes chocolates. People wear cotton clothes in summers. Simple past. In this the structure is subject plus verb which should be in its past form plus the object. For example, she watched television yesterday. I worked hard for exams. Or here in the sentence, in these sentences, watched and worked are the past form of the verbs watch and work respectively. Now, the simple future in this, the structure is subject plus will plus the first form of the verb with the object. For example, they will go to the concert. She will write a letter. Then we have our negative sentences. So, negative sentences are the sentences which have not in them. So, let's see the three categories. The first one, simple present. So the structure over here we are having is subject followed by do or does and plus not plus the verb which should be in its first form and the object. So firstly I want to explain you two things for do and does. The first thing is that do is used with plural, does is used with singular. Do is used with first person pronoun and second person pronoun, and does is used with third person pronoun. So we have the examples as she does not like chocolates. I do not wear plain clothes. Simple past. So the structure for simple past in negative sentence is subject plus did plus not plus the verb, and in this time when we use negative sentences in simple past, the verb will always be in its first form. Okay, don't forget this because it's very important. Few children make mistake in this. And in simple past, not any do or does is used. In simple past, whatever is there, it if it even if it is singular or plural or first person, second person, third person, nothing. In this only did is used in all of them. Okay, for example, we have she did not watch television yesterday. I did not work hard for exams. Now we have simple future with us. Okay, so the structure is subject plus will plus not plus the verb which should be in its base form plus the object. For example, they will not go to the concert. She will not write a letter. Now let's move to the next one, that is interrogative sentences. So we all know interrogative sentences are used to ask questions. Okay, so in this you will find that the sentence is starting with an auxiliary verb and it's ending with a question mark. Okay, so let's begin with the simple present. So we have the structure as do or does. It depends upon the subject is plural or singular, or you can say it's it's first person, second person, or third person, and then the subject with the verb which should be in its base form, then the object, then there is the question mark. Okay, remember this. So we have does she likes chocolates. So we are using does over here because she is being used in this sentence as the subject. Does she likes chocolates? Then there is do people wear cotton clothes? Do people wear cotton clothes? So over here we are using do because of people is plural. Okay, so don't confuse in these type of questions. Then the simple past. So we have the structure as did plus a subject which is followed by the verb which should be in its base form, and then the object with the question mark. For example, did you watch the television yesterday? Did I work hard for exams? Then there is simple future. So let's study it. So the structure for this is will plus subject which should be followed by the verb in its base form plus the object with the question mark. For example, will they go to the concert? Will she write a letter? Now our chapter is finished. So we have the homework over here. Okay, so the question is do as directed, and I have given a little exercise for all of you to solve it. So solve it in your rough copies, note it somewhere and then solve it. And if the comment box will be open, then answer your questions in the comment box also. Okay, so thank you for now. Bye bye. Subscribe my channel, and now you can go and check my Insta ID. Bye bye.